Hello, I'm Nadia Maycook, and I'm a junior at Mount Everett.
And I'm Laurel, and I'm a senior at Monument Mountain Regional High School. And we just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Prevention Needs Assessment Survey, which you'll be taking soon. So we just wanted to begin with a little background info about who distributes the PNA, what is the PNA, and who uses the PNA data. So what is the Prevention Needs Assessment Survey? It measures needs of young people and helps to identify risk and protective factors in the community. The PNA data and results help create youth programs, and it's distributed to grades 8, 10, and 12, all the same class. And then we also really want to stress the importance that it's completely anonymous. So any answers that you give, we can't see what you specifically submitted. We just see your answer. Who distributes the PNA? Railroad Street Youth Project, which was formed in 1999. It began by asking the question, what do the young people want? And we, or RSYP, values helping the community and youth voice. So YOB, Youth Operational Board, is an extension of Railroad Street Youth Project, and it has a $10,000 budget for youth looking to create programs. So who else uses the data from the PNA? The South Berkshire Community Health Coalition, which consists of local organizations, youth, and adults in the community. So the first coalition began in 2003, and the first PNA was then distributed in 2006. So the coalition believes that youth have the power to create change, and we aim to develop protective factors and reduce risk factors for substance use and alcohol use with youth in the community. So just a little bit more about us, the coalition. So youth leaders of the coalition are Nadia and I. And our mission is mainly to encourage youth to voice their opinions and insights regarding mental health and substance use. We also help youth and the community by creating programs, places to go, etc. And we work with surrounding organizations to benefit the community. So just a side note, the data and results of the PNA aids the coalition in creating programs. It provides a way to anonymously share information.
So, obviously, things have changed since the pandemic, but we wanted to take a look at some of the questions from the PNA. And now there's like over 100 questions, but we picked ones which we thought were especially relevant to you and you might find interesting, which also have a great impact on programs, which we'll talk about later. So, first, this is all data from 2019. And one of the questions is about mental health. It says, in the past year, have you felt depressed or sad most days, even if you have felt okay sometimes? And as you can see, there's a good portion of every grade that says yes, close to 150 in 8th, 10th, and 12th who really agree with this statement, and over 200 in each grade who would agree. And this is really a significant number if you think about that. That's over 300 people in each grade in South County who are feeling depressed most days. So that's pretty significant and certainly something we took into consideration, the community took into consideration when looking to help youth. And a big part of the PNA is addressing and identifying risk and protective factors, which Laura mentioned before, and also the outcome of these risk and protective factors. So protective factors in our community are things like religiosity and sociability, and generally what prevents people from using substances, and risk factors are things like more depression and poor family relationships, which increase the likelihood to use substances. As well as identifying these, the PNA also identifies the outcome. So it's looking at how many occasions people have used marijuana in the past 30 days. As you can see, this number greatly increases with grade. There's a big jump from 8th to 10th and again from 10th to 12th. And it's really frequent to use it a lot, which is important for identifying usage. Next is a similar question, but about beer, wine, and liquor. And as you can see, there's actually more people who are using alcohol, but less frequently, close to 150 in 12th grade and around 75 in 8th grade, which actually shows earlier usage than for marijuana. And another interesting thing about these questions specifically is not only how the pandemic has affected it, but also how the legalization of marijuana. And these are just important things for the community to know so that they can create programs and address the needs. Another large part of the PNA is looking at personal relationships, again, with talking specifically about the protective factors and the risk factors. So this question, if I had a personal problem, I could ask my mom or dad for help. Around 15% of people in every grade answered no. So clearly there's quite a bit of the population of South County who doesn't have a good relationship with their parents necessarily. And this is, again, really important risk factor and protective factor. So with this information, the Health Coalition, as well as other organizations in the community, are looking to help us in making the community better.
So programs that were created because of your input include mental health programs. So first we have the wellness curriculum, which is used at Monument Mountain Regional High School, and topics like meditation, yoga, and breath work are now included in the curriculum of physical education. So you might have noticed that in your PE class. And then we also have the wellness team, which is used at both Mount Everett and Monument. But specific to Mount Everett, the wellness team led a series of workshops and discussions on topics such as anxiety.
There also have been a number of programs just to help our health and support us. One of the clubs that's running right now, the Self-Care Club, wasn't a direct result of the PNA, but it was created by students looking to improve mental health, which is also one of the goals of the PNA, and that's running on Sunday nights now. Another thing that the coalition created was the Navigating Adolescent Depression and Anxiety Forum, which was targeted at parents. And this is important in noting that the PNA and the coalition identify that it's not just youth that are creating youth substance use, it's actually the parents and the community. And so with that, they have a responsibility, which we are looking to identify and address. So there's also the mentoring programs, which Railroad Street runs. There's the one-on-one mentoring as well as group mentoring with adults in the community. There's also the Adventure Recovery Program, which got youth outdoors and with each other and with mentors. And this is really important in creating some of those bonds that people might find outside of your family to, again, increase those protective factors.
And then we have places to go for help and fun. So past places that were created include the Mobile Health Unit, which offers students access to medical care every Monday at Monument. And it provided birth control, counseling, STI treatments, and pregnancy testing. And we also had the Great Barrington Ice Rink that wasn't created because of PNA data, but out of a survey that we sent to students at both Monument and Mount Everett. And the ice rink provided an outdoor outlet to relax, have fun, and de-stress. And we mainly just want to create more places like these, and the PNA helps us to do that.
Yeah, so overall, we hope that you know that your honest participation in the PNA is helping yourself, it's helping your peers, and your community. We really want to thank you for your time in taking it, and we also want to give a special shout out and recognition that currently, well, since 2006, there's been a lowering of substance and alcohol use in our community. Although it is still higher than the national average, there has been a downward trend. We want to give a special shout out also to the 8th graders. Thank you for contributing to the low numbers. You're doing a great job. And thank you to the youth in our community who are helping to lower the trend through programs like the Self-Care Club, through coming to the coalition meetings and other things like that.
Lastly, we have QR codes. You can just scan them with your camera app on your phone. And the first one is just to join the Youth Operational Board, or YOB, which I mentioned. And YOB has that $10,000 budget to create programs. So if you wanted to join, you can just scan the QR code and connect with other youth to discuss important topics. And the second QR code is just the one-on-one program, or the one-on-one mentoring, which Nadia mentioned. RSYP offers the opportunity to reach self-identified goals with volunteer adult opportunities in the community. And again, you can just scan use the camera app in your phone and scan the QR codes to join either of those. If you have any questions, you can just reach out to Nadia and I. We provided our emails. It's just our first names and then at rsyp.org. And if you wanted to learn about RSYP specifically, you can visit our website or call us. So again, thank you so much for your time. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to both of us.
Thank you, and we hope you have a great day.